Can this be true? That heaven sent an angel like you. Color her sun.
FUNKÉ is a blog for underappreciated music that I've been feeling, stuff that thinks outside the box that people wouldn't necessarily sort of come across. I spend most of my time looking through SoundCloud or on record shops or wherever else I find where there's sort of interesting music to be heard, and I'll post it up on the website. The blog's quite original, I find, because I try not to just focus on the present. I focus on stuff from the past that probably didn't get as much love, whether it's like sort of old rare groove music or disco or funk or jazz, and then also there's stuff from the present, sort of like electronica stuff and techno, house and more experimental left field stuff, and I also try and give coverage to sort of future producers and musicians. This is something that I think is based on like the past, something that stood out for me. It's the 7-inch that I've got by a disco group called Gary's Gang, released in '78. They were a live band, so there was lots of instruments and lots of players, so it was different to maybe like a disco producer, just one guy writing the music and then playing, like hiring band members to then play the music. It was like a full band, so there were lots of members and it was like a big collective contribution, which is something quite unique in the disco scene, which was good. One of my favourite producers has been around for a while is Mostly Drum Ensemble. He's also a great DJ and he's got a really unique sound. He's from Stuttgart. He's been producing music since he was probably 11 or something. He's quite young when he started it out, and his sounds evolved throughout the time. His music makes quite like a jazzy, soul and Motown influence, but in like the house music framework, so it's quite different from your usual house music. He's obviously like read like his books and looked back on the history of music and taken influence from that, and not just sort of making like a house track just for the sake of making house music. He's actually acknowledging music from the past, which is something to sort of respect from a producer. And the guy that's definitely one to watch for the future is Anthony Naples from New York. He's released some really good stuff in 2013. He's had a really good sort of consistent but versatile sort of style to his music. It hasn't been sort of too like one lane, it's been quite varied, so it's always been nice to get a new release from him. And he released this white label last year, and it's definitely sort of one of my favourites from my collection. He's really sort of got good style, and I look forward to seeing what he brings in 2014.